The Masonic Medical Research Institute was initiated in 1947 as a thought by the New York Lodge to embark on medical research to combat rheumatic fever. They raised over $1.5 million in the course of those 7 years and decided, because of their philanthropic efforts, that they were going to start an official laboratory at the Masonic Care community here in Utica, New York, that will allow them to continue their work efforts in medical research. And in 1958, the doors were opened for the first researchers to start at the Masonic Medical Research Institute. So currently our research efforts are focused on cardiovascular research. We run the gamut from congenital heart disease, which is genetic abnormalities in pediatric children, all the way through to end-stage heart failure in adults. We also focus on genetics, cardiac immunology, novel technologies such as nanoparticle delivery for drug treatments, and we're very interested in continuing the legacy of the MMRI, which is electrophysiology. The biggest contribution of the MMRI worldwide is its ability to diagnose and treat arrhythmias and electrophysiological abnormalities in the heart. The second floor is now a molecular biology wing that will encompass about 8 to 10 faculty that will do molecular biology research, chemistry research, as well as cardiac immunology research. The third floor is a full barrier small animal research vivarium, which will allow us to do genetic modeling of small animals, mice primarily, to be able to study genetic diseases in a mammalian system. We are also now embarking on renovating the basement levels, which will allow us to bring in at least another 6 faculty, and will bring in all of the support systems to allow us to do the work in the laboratory on the second and third floor as well. So funding for the $22 million project so far has come from the Empire State Development Corporation, as well as members of the Grand Lodge of the State of New York and members of the Grand Chapter of the Royal Archmasons. My hope for the laboratory is to build a state-of-the-art cardiovascular research enterprise. What I see changing primarily is the number of people who are working here. We're currently at about 25. I imagine that that will be closer to 100 in the next 4 to 5 years. I think we will have a broad cardiovascular research program already instilled within the laboratory, and then broaden a bit because our interests are also in cancer, are in autoimmune disease, gastrointestinal disease, and several other areas of research that we will hope to expand upon in the next few years. Ultimately, in the next 10 years to 20 years, I hope that we will eventually see a medical school as part of this community. One of the major reasons that I came to the Masonic Medical Research Institute was it was an opportunity to build something from the ground up. The challenge and the opportunities were both attractive qualities for me to come to this community, but as well thinking about being able to create a vision that will be successful in changing the landscape for cardiovascular medicine. I think the most surprising thing about Utica itself is the community. I did not expect to have such a welcoming community, and I have been blessed to be a part of this welcoming place that is colder than what I'm used to, but I think going to be warmer in other ways.